Ah, man, I don't believe this. This is the fifth time I've tried to start this video. Okay, the first time, here, let me just give you a brief rundown. First time, I did a hello, how you doing, welcome back to Space and Engineers, and I went ahead and I set this up. Okay, so this is how I'm going to be doing the docking for right now, and we're going to see how that works. Okay, so I moved the hydrogen thruster down here, filled that with a solid block, put the landing gear, built these little pads for the landing gear to sit on. There's the tires, it's not actually touching. And this is the connector that connects. It's not currently connected because I was setting up the control panel for the lily pad. As you can see, I put a bunch of the blocks up here. I left some open. I think I'm going to make those windows. I don't know. And so I did that, and then I come inside and I say, one of the things this thing needs is some gyroscopes. And it's going to need a bunch of them because it's so big and heavy. So, actually, hold on, I put a large reactor in, and it's the wrong color. There. Okay. So I put a large reactor in, and that was pretty tedious. But what I did is I put an elbow here, and then put a welder, and then turned it on, and it just bloop, 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 and that was kind of cool. And but then I was like, okay, I need to have gyroscopes. So I've got 1, 2, 3, and then there's 4, 5, 6, and then I put some down this side. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And for some reason I didn't put any over here. So there are actually 21 gyroscopes on here right now. Okay, cool. So those were a pain in the ass to do, and I was like, tedium, scrap that video. So then the second time I started, I said, okay, here, look what I did up top. And I come in, so I put some gyroscopes in, I put a large reactor in, and now, since this thing's going to be flying through space, I gotta put, I'll get to that in a second, it's only got these crappy little small thrusters, so I had to put some large ion thrusters, and that was tedium. Oh man, I had to make all of the thruster components because I was out of them. So I put these 4 in. I think that fit in rather nice. Let's see. Yeah. And as you can see inside, they sit over here in the corner where they're not really bothering anybody. So that was tedious as hell, and I said, okay, scrap that video, let's start again. And so I said, okay, here's what I did up top, here's what I did inside, here's what I did outside. And this thing should have its own jump drive, and jump drives require 1,000 superconductor components, which I did not have, and I had to make them. Scrap that video. So, that's where I am right now. And, oh yeah, also, there was another, mining carriage, number 9, but I took it apart just because I was trying to get the thruster materials and everything else out of it. Also, what I did is I took everything out of the base except for what the minerals that well, aside from the uranium and the minerals that got drawn in. I've got so much cobalt, I don't even understand that. There's some gold, some magnesium. What else we got? Ice. Okay, so pretty much the only thing here is the uranium. Look at this, 1.9K. That's a lot of uranium. And we're making more. So we got a lot of uranium here. We got a lot of cobalt still to go. And some ice. Yeah. So everything else I moved over, and I moved everything out of the tortoise down into the lily pad. Into this chest here. Except for a couple of things that the tortoise used for the assembler up there. So, I may decide to make these windows, or I may just cover them over. It's very bright in here. I imagine it would be really dark if I was down on the planet, though. So I'd probably put some lights in or something like that. But, yeah, I'm getting ready to do an atmosphere test. Don't ask me what that was. But this is, oh, man. Here we go again. Hold on. Thruster component. Okay, so, wait a minute. I need to put a lot more thrusters down the side to give this thing better side-to-side movement. So what I'm thinking of doing is just taking out these okay, so I can't put them here. Whoops. Well, then, how about this way? Can't put one there. Alright, so that's it. I can add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That would be 10. That should do it. And this is probably going to be another tedious. How many thruster components do these guys need? 80. Better get to work up here. Alright, first thing I'm going to have to do is reconnect so that it can draw materials, and then products, thruster components. Okay. If I run out of platinum, I know where to go get some. That asteroid over by the Mars. Alright, let's see what else we need. Let's just do the steel plates for right now. Alright. Let's grab some construction components. I don't know. Large steel tubes. I'll make a separate trip for large steel tubes. Oh, I ran out of construction components. Damn. Okay. Now, again, this isn't exactly going to be a long, I don't know how to describe it. It's not going to be like a travel around, and it's going to be go to the planet, land on the planet, and then, you know. So it's not going to be like for just traveling around in space. So I don't need to have a lot of maneuverability and all that, but it does have to be able to get to, you know. Really? That's all you've got done? I didn't think so. Okay. Because we've got plenty of up and down, and now we've got plenty of front and back. Okay, do the same thing to the other side. See what I mean? This is just stuff. Can't do that one. Okay. guys. Just grab a bunch, do the same thing, grab a bunch of construction components. Just grab them all. I'll just grab some tubes. That was a good band. Alright, tubes. Alright. Put the tubes away, and then we'll grab the rest of the thruster components, and that'll be done. Not quite as bad as the gyros. Okay. And that's it. Alright. Now let's come back up here. And I wanna disconnect so that I don't end up messing up anything while I configure the control panel down here. Alright. Group. Oh crap, I didn't want to do that. Well, I mean, I don't really need to do this now, but I'm going to have to do this. Although I suppose it wouldn't be that bad to do that. So that when I look at it from, I can tell which ship it's on. Because they're color-coded, but it's not consistently color-coded. So you can't just say, okay, all the orange stuff is going to be the welding ship, and, you know, the tortoise is... And you can't assign colors, so... This is just a little... Let me know... I didn't turn those off, damn it. Okay. All these are off. All of these are off. Okay, let's try giving it a little bit of a test flight. And disconnect the landing gear. Whoops, we should turn on the thrusters first. Alright, so it doesn't have wonderful turning and uh wow, it doesn't rotate very fast at all. See, we can only jump. There we go. Oh, let's put that. Whoa. It's going crazy. What's going on? Okay. And I'm not actually touching anything right now. I'm sort of just sitting back wondering what the hell is going on. Alright, let's try. Trying to force it to do something. I don't know what I'm. I don't know what's happening. Okay, that didn't help. Um, yes. And, okay. That was an unusual thing. There we go. Now we've calmed down a little bit. So I definitely got to put a lot more gyros in this thing. Oh man. Am I even going in the right direction? There's the planet. Yeah. That's weird. If I move my mouse slow, it spins faster. Alright, is this gonna screw up again? Thank you. No, no, get. Alright, so I'm not going to be able to use the atmospheric thrusters to assist in the landing. So I'm going to have to use the hydrogen thrusters. Oh, we're in gravity already. Alright, we're just going to free fall. And we're now at maximum fall speed. Woohoo! Okay, this is... I don't think I'm going to land where I want to land. Quit putting me inside the damn thing. I wanted overhead view, you bastard. Quit. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to come forward some. Hold on. It looks like I'm going forward. Oh, this wasn't supposed to save. Damn it. Well, I'm going to be screwed if this crash lands. It looks like I'm very far from where I would want to land. It also looks like the atmosphere thrusters are on, which they shouldn't be. I can't tell if I'm moving or it's just the clouds rolling by. I guess I'm moving. Yes. Using points of reference on the ground, I am definitely moving. What happened? Whoa, 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 hey, hey! The hell was that, dude? Okay. Having a real hard time with this third person camera. Okay. Turn those off. We're a little crooked. Gonna straighten out a little bit. Level off a little bit. Okay, this is the boring part. I'll come back when we're closer to the ground. Hold on.